Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Die Hard Forever, coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model as I continue to play catch up. Today I'll be doing a review on a Gemini Jets Qantas Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner aircraft in their silver Roo livery scheme in the flaps down version in a 1/200 scale model. I pre-ordered and purchased this model from Easy Toys, and their website address is www.easytoys.com. But first, before I go into details about this particular aircraft model, please allow me to share with you some information about the history of Qantas and how they actually came about as an airline carrier. Qantas is an Australian-based airline carrier that was founded on November 16, 1920 in Winton, Queensland, Australia, and officially commenced operations as an airline carrier 4 months later in March 1921, and the airline's first aircraft was an Avro 504K. Qantas is currently the third oldest operating airline in the world based on foundation date after KLM, Royal Dutch Airlines, and Aviation respectively. And at the time of this video review posting, Qantas still continues to operate under the same name today as it was when the airline was first formed on November 16, 1920, as Qantas celebrated its centennial anniversary on November 16, 2020, becoming the third airline in the history of the aviation world to achieve this prestigious milestone. The name Qantas actually comes from the word of Qantas, which is an acronym for its original name, which literally stands for Queensland and Northern Territory Aerial Services. Qantas also has another nickname that the airline actually calls itself, the Flying Kangaroo. Qantas is the national flag carrier airline for the country of Australia and the country's largest operating airline carrier based on fleet size, international flights, and international destinations served. Whereas the corporate headquarters of Qantas is located at the Qantas Centre, which is located in the city of Botany Bay, Sydney, New South Wales, Australia, while the airline carrier's main hub and base of operations is located on the grounds of Sydney-Kingsford Smith Airport, which is located approximately 5 miles south of the city centre district section of Sydney, Australia, located in the Sydney suburb of Muscat. Qantas also has operational hubs that's located at Brisbane Airport, located in Brisbane, Australia, Melbourne Airport, located in the Tullamarine section of Melbourne, Australia, and Perth Airport, located in Perth, Western Australia. And the focus city hubs of Qantas are located at Adelaide Airport, located in Adelaide, South Australia, Cairns Airport, located in Cairns, Queensland, Australia, Darwin International Airport, located in Darwin, Northern Territory, Australia, and Hobart Airport, located in Tasmania, Australia. Qantas currently flies to 104 destinations in 23 countries across 6 inhabited continents, as Qantas is one of 10 airlines to own this actual distinction of permanently flying to all 6 inhabited continents, along with Air Canada, Air China, British Airways, Delta Airlines, Emirates, Korean Air, Qatar Airways, Turkish Airlines, and United Airlines respectively, as well as the only airline operator in the world to fly to the continent of Antarctica with an operating fleet of 125 aircraft, which includes 14 Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners, including this one you're looking at here. And in addition to the 125 aircraft that currently operates in the Qantas fleet, the Australian-based airline carrier also has unfulfilled orders for an additional 64 more aircraft. That includes 4 more Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners, as well as 8 of the next generation Boeing 787-10s. And those aircraft, as we speak, are currently on back order and are awaiting delivery. Also, at the time of this video review posting, Qantas is one of 64 airline operators in the world of aviation that currently operates as a certified 4-star airline carrier, according to the international airline review firm Skytrax Magazine, and their website address is www.airlinequality.com. So, let's take a look at the front of the box here, where you see the engraved blue and gold Gemini 200 decal, the computer-generated picture of the aircraft type, the flaps down version, which this aircraft model is, the airline's corporate logo, the Qantas billboard title, the 1/200 scale die-cast model aircraft, and item number information you see at the front of the box. All right, now you're looking at the back of the box, where you see the engraved blue and gold Gemini 200 decal. Some more little information you see there as well. The Boeing official license product decal. as well as the Qantas official license product decal, as well as the corporate logo and the Qantas billboard title, as well as the social media pages of Gemini Jets. You can pause and read that information if you like. In the meantime, I'm going to keep this moving, all right? Now you're looking at the top of the box, and what you see is the engraved blue and gold Gemini 200 decal, the adult collectible model and warning information, as well as the item number information you see at the top of the box. All right, now you're looking at the bottom of the box, and what you see is the engraved blue and gold Gemini 200 decal, the 1/200 scale diecast model, as well as some more information in regard to this aircraft model. You can pause and read that as well. All right, now you're looking at the left side of the box, and what you see is the engraved blue and gold Gemini 200 decal, the 1/200 scale diecast model and item number information, the flaps down sticker, which this aircraft version is, the computer generated picture of the aircraft, as well as the aircraft type you see on the left side of the box. And finally, looking at the right side of the box, it's pretty much the same information on the left side of the box I just showed you earlier on, okay? All right, once again, you're looking at this the front of the box, but this time I got the box laid down. And the reason I got this box laid down, because this little flap here is some information on the other side of this flap. Before I let you see that information, I'm going to lift it up. Hold on. There you go. All right, that's what you see there. The aircraft model, the model stand, as well as the gear replacement doors. I'm going to take all that out momentarily. But in the meantime, I'll let you see the information on the other side of this flap. Check it out. All right, now you see the information on the other side of the flap is in regards to this particular aircraft. And then I'm going to slide down and let you see all the dimensions on this aircraft as well as the information. You can pause and read all that if you like. In the meantime, I'm going to keep this moving, all right? All right, now you're looking at the model stand I put out of the packaging box, as you can see here, very strong and sturdy. And you see that black padding there, folks? The sole purpose of that black padding is that pad not only protects your model, it also prevents from being damaged and scratched when and if you decide you want to put your aircraft on this particular model stand, all right? All right, now you're looking at this plastic bag, and what you see is the gear replacement doors featuring the two little toothpicks in this plastic bag that was part of the packaging. Please stay tuned as I go into detail for the sole purpose of these gear replacement doors for this particular aircraft model, okay? All right, with all that information out of the way about the history of Qantas and how they actually came an airline carrier and still operating strongly after over 100 plus years, plus all the details here in its box, the packaging, as well as the information on the other side of the flap, including the accessories, include the model stand, as well as the gear replacement door inside that plastic bag. And with no further ado, everyone, here is the actual model out of the packaging box. Check it out. There it is, everyone. The Gemini Jets Qantas Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner aircraft in their silver Roo livery scheme in the flaps down version in a 1/200 scale model. All right, everyone. Please allow me to share with you some information about the Qantas Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner aircraft you see displayed here and how it became a part of their fleet. Qantas officially became the 25th global operator in the world of aviation that acquired this prestigious state-of-the-art aircraft, as Qantas took delivery of its first of 18 Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners that the Sydney-based airline carrier had placed orders for back on August 20th, 2015, and received their very first Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner aircraft, which bared the registration ship number VH-ZNA, at a special delivery ceremony that was held at the Boeing Delivery Center facility in Everett, Washington on October 11, 2017. Then fast forward 2 months later. The official inaugurated international revenue service flight for Qantas on this particular aircraft type officially took place on December 15, 2017. And that's when Qantas officially began utilizing this aircraft on their Melbourne to Los Angeles route, replacing the Boeing 747-400s that was previously utilized on this particular route, as Brisbane, Melbourne, Perth, and Sydney has officially become the main primary gateway bases for this particular aircraft type, with the lion's share of their Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners operates mostly out of their main operating base hub at Sydney-Kingsford Smith Airport in Sydney, Australia. Qantas has ordered a total of 18 Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners to add to their fleet. And at the time of this video review posting, only 14 are currently operating in service, while the remaining 4 are currently on back order and are awaiting delivery, as this particular aircraft type has since become the airline's official flagship jetliner for the Sydney-based airline carrier, in which this particular aircraft type officially became the aircraft that eventually replaced the carrier's entire fleet of Boeing 767-300ERs, in which that aircraft type was officially phased out of the Qantas fleet in 2014, as well as their entire fleet of Boeing 747-400s, in which that aircraft type was officially phased out of the Qantas fleet on July 23, 2020, as Qantas currently employs their Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners, mostly on the majority of their ultra-long-haul routes from Australia to worldwide destinations on all 7 inhabited continents, as the Sydney-based carrier expects to have all 18 of their Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners to be fully operated in their fleet by the end of 2027. Now let's talk about the livery scheme you see displayed on this aircraft. This is the current revised livery scheme of Qantas, which is actually called the Silver Roo Livery Scheme, as this livery scheme, along with the carrier's brand new identity as well as its corporate logo, was officially unveiled to the general public for the first time at a special unveiling ceremony that was held at the Qantas Jet Base facility, which is located on the grounds of Sydney-Kingsford Smith Airport in Sydney, Australia, on October 27, 2016, and the first aircraft that actually begun sporting this livery scheme was an Airbus A330-300 jetliner aircraft, which bared the registration ship number VH-OPJ, as the entire livery scheme, including the airline's corporate logo, was redesigned and recreated by industrial designer Mark Nelson, who also collaborated in partnership with the Australian design agency, the Houston Group, whose global headquarters is located in the Surrey Hills section of Sydney, Australia. So, with all that information out of the way about this aircraft, as well as this livery you see displayed here, let me get down to the nitty-gritty and let me show you all the details on this aircraft model. Shall we? Let's check it out. Alright, now you look at the front of the aircraft here on the port/left side, where we're going to begin at the front of the aircraft, where you see the front nose landing gears, the landing gear struts, the landing gear door featuring the partial registration ship number on that nose gear door, NK. See the pitot tubes and the static ports, what have you. The radome nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows. I'm going to give you a better visual view of those details later on in the model review. But underneath the cockpit windows is the Qantas Vintage Kangaroo logo, which is this logo you see here. As part of its updated revised livery scheme makeover, Qantas also brought back and reintroduced the iconic wing kangaroo logo, which was the airline's third actual logo that was featured on the Qantas tails of their aircraft from 1968 to 1984, as this vintage logo continues to pay tribute by honoring the heritage of the carrier's rich history. All right. And underneath the Qantas Vintage logo is the actual name of the aircraft, Kangaroo, which is this name you see here. And this aircraft was actually given this particular name as the name Kangaroo is actually derived from the Gungu Yetmithathar language of the Aboriginal Australian peoples of North Queensland, Australia, which is also in reference to the large black or gray species of the eastern grey kangaroo. And then you see the One World logo displayed next to the L1 there, as well as the L2 doors there. And Qantas joined the One World Alliance along with American Airlines, British Airways, and Cathay Pacific as one of the 4 founding members on February 1st, 1999, which consists of 13 airline members from 6 inhabited continents. And then you see the Qantas billboard title font you see right here, looking at right here. And the Qantas billboard title font was also handcrafted and streamlined as part of its revised livery scheme makeover to a thinner type font, as the colors was changed eventually from a dark black to a lighter charcoal blue, as you can see there. All right, now you look at the center of the aircraft. We're going to start here right above the window. See, you see the Spirit of Australia slogan right there. Sorry about the Spirit of Australia slogan right there. This slogan is the official airline slogan of Qantas, whereas this typeface title font has also been refined and simplified as well as it complements the other aspects of the new identity that is actually displayed on this aircraft. Okay? And then underneath the wings here, you see the landing bogey gears here, which includes the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. And more important, you see these nice big massive engines here. And these are the General Electric Gen X-1B-74/75 turbofan type engines that are used on this particular Qantas Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner aircraft. And you see the engine cones right there. And the sawtooth pattern on that engine columns, folks, is for noise reduction and help improve fuel efficiency on this aircraft at the same time. Now we're going to turn this aircraft model around. We're going to actually see if the turbofan blades do spin. Let's check it out. All right, now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the port/left side. You see the engine strikes you see there. And then let's see if the fan blades spin on here. Yeah, they spin a little bit. There we go, a little bit. And then you see the inboard landing light. And then you see the wings. You see how it's in a flaps down position. You see there. I'm gonna show you a better visual view of that when I do it from the aerial bird's eye view. But more important, you see the front visual view of the landing bogey gears, which include the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. Okay. All right, now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the starboard/right side of the aircraft, featuring the engine strikes you see displayed there as well. Now let's see the fan blade spin over here as well. Okay, pretty good. You see the inboard landing lights right there, and you also see the flaps in a slanted in a flaps down position you see here, as well as the front visual view of the landing bogey gears, which include the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. All right, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft, where you see the pilot escape hatch door, the cockpit windows, a better visual of the windshield wipers, the radome nose cone, the front nose landing gear door, the landing gear lights inside the landing gear doors, the landing gear strut, as well as the front visual view of the front nose landing gears. Okay. All right, now you're looking at the rake wingtip on the side of this aircraft, featuring the red navigation light and how it's curved off, as well as the wing from this view as well. You see there. Okay, you see that? All right, now you're looking at the back of the wing. You see the slats and the ailerons, how it's slanted down in a flaps down position angle here. You see that right there as well. All right, we're at the back of the aircraft here, and right here is the AFT bolt bin door. But more important, you see that Dreamliner decal right there. All right, if you didn't know that this particular state-of-the-art jetliner aircraft was officially given the name the Dreamliner sometime back in July 2003, after a public naming competition was held for the 7E7, in which this particular aircraft was originally named, and was officially given the name of this particular aircraft, the Boeing 787 Dreamliner aircraft, sometime in January 2005. Okay? All right, we still at the back of the aircraft here, and right above the windows is the actual Australian flag decal, which is this flag decal you see displayed here. And this flag decal represents the country where Qantas currently operates from as the national flag carrier airline for the country of Australia. And next to the Australian flag decal is the actual registration ship number, VH-ZNA, which happens to be this registration ship number you're looking at here. Registration ship number VH-ZNA. This aircraft is the 11th Qantas Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner aircraft that actually entered the carrier's fleet. And the first test flight on this aircraft took place on December 5th, 2019 and was delivered to Qantas on December 12th, 2019. All right, we still at the back of the aircraft here, but you're looking at the tail fin of the aircraft. But if we get to the tail fin, see that nice little silver cheat line there, which is impressive. But more important, you see the Qantas logo, which is displayed on the tail fin right here. And this is the revised logo for Qantas, which resembles that of a kangaroo, which was introduced in 1944 and was remodified again sometime in 2016 as part of its revised livery scheme makeover, as this updated revised logo was conceived and recreated by industrial designer Mark Nelson in partnership with the Australian design agency, the Houston Group, whose global headquarters is located in the Surrey Hills section of Sydney, Australia. Okay? All right, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft. What you're looking at is the strobe light right here between the horizontal stabilizer and the APU, which is literally stands for auxiliary power unit exhaust hole right here. And there's the actual hole there. As well as the entire aircraft from the rear view angle. Check it out. There it is. Awesome. All right, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the starboard / right side of the aircraft. We're going to start at the front as always. The front nose landing gears, the landing gear struts, the landing gear doors, featuring the partial registration ship number, NK, the pitot tube, static ports, the radome nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, the Qantas vintage kangaroo logo you see displayed there, the name of the aircraft, Kangaroo, the Qantas billboard title, as well as the front cargo containing loading door you see displayed there. All right, we have the center of the aircraft here on the starboard side where you see the airline slogan, the Spirit of Australia you see displayed there. The Gen X engines right here, the engine cone, as well as the sawtooth pattern, which I mentioned earlier. The sole purpose of the sawtooth pattern is for noise reduction and improved fuel efficiency at the same time, as well as the front visual view of the side visual view, sorry about that, the side visual view of these landing gears, which includes the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. All right, now you're looking at the rake wingtips here on this side of the aircraft, including the green navigation light right there, as well as the flaps and slats in the flaps down position. You see it right there. Like I said, I'll show you a better visual of that later on, okay? All right, now you're looking at the back of the wings where you see the slats and the ailerons slanted down in the flaps down position angle here, which is impressive. All right, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here on the starboard side where you see the Dreamliner decal, the rear cargo containing loading door, the Australian flag decal, the registration ship number, the nice little silver cheat line that connects with the tail fin of the aircraft, the Qantas corporate logo, the partial registration ship number, as well as the strobe light you see right there by the APU exhaust hole. All right, before I show you this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view here, as well as the undercarriage belly view in full detail there, please allow me to let you check out one feature, which is the rolling gears. Let's check that out now. Oh, it rolls pretty good. Pretty good. All right. And it does tilt, as you can see there. And the front nose gear swivels as well, as you can see that. Okay. It swivels. All right. So, with that being said, allow me to show you this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view. Okay. Let's check it out. All right. Now you're looking at this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view. We're going to start at the front of the aircraft as always, where you see the radome nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, the power escape hatch door. Then we come to the top of the aircraft, where you see the anti-collision beacon light, the Qantas billboard title, a high-frequency antenna. Then you see the Spirit of Australia tiles on both sides, the ADF antenna, a couple more high-frequency antennas, the vertical stabilizers, the tail fin of the aircraft, as well as the horizontal stabilizers. You see there and there. No illuminated lights, but if they was there on there, they would be right around there. And the sole purpose of those illuminated lights, that it actually light up this tail here when it actually flies during nighttime. Now let's check out the wings and the engines. So you see the engines right there. You see the wings right there, the no-step warning information. You see the flaps and the slats and the ailerons and slanted down in a downward angle. You see there. Fuel dump valve, as well as the edge of the curved rake wingtip you see displayed there. Let's check out over here. The engines, the top of the wings, the no-step warning information, as well as the flaps, slats, ailerons, all down and slanted in a downward position. Fuel dump valve, as well as the curved rake wingtip on this side of the aircraft as well. All right, now you're looking at the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model. I'll show you all that in detail. We're going to start at the front as always. See the radome nose cone, the crew escape hatch door, the front nose landing gear door, as well as the front nose landing gears. And then we'll slide up this way. See the Qantas billboard title, including the anti-collision beacon light you see there inside that Q. The actual hole where the model stand goes in at. The Gemini Jet's title. Another high frequency antenna. APU housing door that's missing, but that's okay. And the horizontal stabilizers underneath. Now let's check out the wings underneath. See the gears here? Okay, a little problem tilting, but that's okay. You see the engines there, as well as the wings. You see is slatted down in the flat down position. Flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, what have you. Registration ship number, fuel dump valve, as well as the rake wing tip you see underneath. Now let's check out over here. The gears. No problem tilting that, that's okay. The engines, as well as the wings underneath. You see the flaps, slats, and the ailerons all slanted down in a downward angle. Fuel dump valve, as well as the edge of the wingtip on this side here as well. All right, since I show you this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view as well as the undercarriage belly view in its entirety, now I'm going to put it on the actual model stand you see there that I showed you earlier. So with no further ado, everyone, here is the model on the stand. Check it out. Okay, finally got this model on stand with no problem, no hesitation, as you see it being displayed in a takeoff landing position. I'm going to allow this model to rotate in a clockwise rotation, starting with the port side, then the tail cam angle, then the starboard side, then the front of the aircraft, and back to the port side. Check it out. All right, before I take this model to stand, I got it at this angle for a reason, and the reason is the actual magnetic gears you see displayed on this aircraft model. I'm going to go ahead and take them off now, starting with the front nose landing gear. That's magnetic. The bogey gears here on the port side, they magnetic, as well as the gears on the starboard side. They magnetic as well. Okay, now I'm going to let you see this aircraft model at a different angle in flight mode position with the model on the stand. Check it out. All right, now you see this aircraft model displayed in flight mode / gears up position without the gears on there. You got one or two options how you want to continue to display your model. If you want to continue to display your model like this without the gears and gears up in flight mode position, that's fine. But you see these gear replacement doors inside this plastic bag featuring the two little toothpicks. That's the sole purpose of these gear replacement doors, to replace your gears if you want to display your model like this. Or you can do like I do, keep them in the gear down position with the gears on there. Gears up, gears down, your choice. I choose to leave mine on there because it adds more value to the model. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and put these gears back on this model, take this model off the stand, and go ahead and wrap up this model review, okay? All right, let's talk about the seating configuration on this aircraft. The Qantas Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner aircraft seats 236 passengers in a 3-class configured cabin layout. Here's the breakdown, everyone, from rows 1 to 12, which will be about from here to about right here. You have 42 business class live flatbed seats. Rows 20 to 23, which will be about from here to about right here. You have 28 premium economy class seats in rows 40 to 59, which will be about from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft. You have additional 166 economy class seats, which brings a total of 236. And finally, at the time of this video review posting, Qantas currently employs their Boeing 787-9s or have previously utilized their Boeing 787-9s on routes from Sydney, Australia to worldwide destinations such as Auckland, New Zealand, Dallas, Fort Worth, Hong Kong, Honolulu, Hawaii, Johannesburg, South Africa, London Heathrow via Perth, Australia, Melbourne, Australia, New York JFK via Auckland, New Zealand, Perth, Western Australia, San Francisco, California, Santiago, Chile, Tokyo, Haneda, Tokyo, Narita, and Vancouver, British Columbia, from Darwin, Australia to London Heathrow, from Melbourne, Australia to Brisbane, Australia, Dallas, Fort Worth, Hong Kong, Los Angeles, California, Perth, Western Australia, San Francisco, California, and Sydney, Australia. And from Perth, Australia to London Heathrow, Melbourne, Australia, Paris, Charles de Gaulle, Rome, Fiumicino, Sydney, Australia, from Brisbane, Australia to Los Angeles, California, Melbourne, Australia, and New York JFK via Los Angeles. As well as the rumored routes of the future are from Sydney, Australia to Chicago O'Hare, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and Seattle, Washington, from Perth, Australia to Berlin Tegel and Frankfurt, Germany, from Melbourne, Australia to Seattle, Washington, and from Brisbane, Australia to Dallas, Fort Worth, Chicago O'Hare, San Francisco, and Hong Kong. Those are the routes. Well, everyone, this will conclude this model review. I'd like to know if you got this model or you plan on getting it, if you can get your hands on it. Last I checked, this model is almost impossible to get, especially the flaps down version. It's sold out pretty quickly. The only outside chance of getting it, my guess, is on eBay. If you can't find it there, you're pretty much out of luck. But if you can get your hands on this model, please do so. Highly recommend it. So with that said, take care. God bless. Stay tuned. There's more model content coming. Peace.